Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Open Field Podcast. We are on a little bit of a short team today. We've got Kenya in the building. We've got Hefe in the building. We've got obviously me in the building. F. Dot will be coming later. Sadly, Beaten Early cannot make it today, but we're going to push strong without him. So before we get into anything further, we're going to recap the Seattle Seahawks versus Arizona Cardinals game last night. Kenya, you could start it off. What are your thoughts? Did anything strike you? Go ahead.
I mean, I think what struck me the most is what struck everybody the most, which is just the inconsistencies with Marvin Harrison Jr. I mean, I don't think it's a talent thing. I just think it's more of a mental thing. He just seems it just didn't seem very confident last night. Obviously, I'm happy that he actually finally got a touchdown, and he was clearly really emotional after that. But yeah, him and there seems to be like miscommunication issues with him and Kyler. There doesn't seem to be a lot of chemistry between the two of them. Another thing that I will say is that I really like the performance from Trey Benson. You know, he's a former running back from Florida State, so that's one of my guys. But he actually did really good. Like he was breaking a lot of tackles. He did a lot of the things that he did really good in college. So he was I think he was the one of the breakout players last night. And then with the Seahawks, you know, they were okay offensively. I think the Cardinals defense did a really good job, like keeping JSN in check for the most part. But the defense, obviously, that was the best. They had the best performance as a unit of the night. The Seahawks defense.
Yeah, I think what's his name? I think the Seahawks were definitely the better team. I think that based off of their performance early on in the game, they fell asleep like in the third quarters and they kind of just were like playing super conservative football to not lose the 14-point lead, which ended up costing them later because then the Cardinals started to get going and then it was only 14 points and by the last drive with 3 minutes left, now you're only down 7. So you're effectively, in a way worse position than you thought you were. I thought Darnold in the first half was elite. He played elite
Yeah.
football. He was doing what he was supposed to do. And then he kind of slowed down in the first half or in the second half with some costly mistakes that were almost turnovers, maybe just one that I'm really thinking of. They did a good job of taking away JSN because of how good JSN's been against them and also this entire year. So they came out and they did what they're supposed to do on that end. I think that dude Horton is gonna be a stud. I thought K9 was good, but K9 had way too many plays where he was trying to do too much. Like you are like the Rams did fold, Andrew. We'll get into that. But yeah, like K9's a great running back. I think he's in the top 12 combos based off of talent, but like there's certain situations where, dude, you need to get your head down. You need to get those 3 or 4 yards because you're not Jameer Gibbs. And the thing with Marv is a type of guy where it's like he was the number one prospect in high school. He's the number one prospect in college. And the first time he ever struggled in his life is in the NFL. That's not easy to try to figure out
Yeah.
when all these expectations are new. And you could see it, especially in the first half with those drops that he had with that interception. Like that was a problem. And Kyler was terrible. Like he was bad. Like yeah, he led them back, but he should have had 3 picks in that game. He only had 2. He was like 12 for 24 for 84 yards, bro. And
Oh
it's
my
the
god, the whole game.
no, in the first half. My bad, in
Oh.
the first half cuz he
But
played
them
like
two picks was definitely on Harrison though, bro.
no,
Like
no, 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 no. Well, I don't know about the
the first
second
one,
one.
Harrison stopped running. He didn't even keep running, bro. He stopped running on the
Well, okay,
first
let me
one. The
see.
second one, he bobbled it, and it literally he bobbled it into the defensive player.
On a miscommunication play like that, I will give both of those players blame. And a miscommunication play, to me, it's on both of them. But
Yeah,
obviously, we don't really know who was actually at fault because we don't know what the play was or
yeah,
exactly
for
what
sure.
he was trying to do, right? And that
Oh my
also
god.
happened. That also happened on that one play where like it looked like Harrison was running a fade, and then Kyler threw it like it was a 5 yard out. So it's very clear that those guys are in big miscommunication sometimes. But the thing for me is I just feel like there's so much pressure on him, or at least he feels like there's so much pressure. He's trying to make a big play when it's not there. Like, he needs to just relax and just focus on catching the football. Don't worry about Yak, because that one, especially the one where he bobbled, he's looking up the field already when there was no way he was going to break anything because there was like 3 guys in front of him. So it's just stuff like that that concerns me. But I think also we got to give him credit because in the second half, he went out and balled. So, like, as much as we want to, dog on him for those drops in the last game, like, he was the main reason why they got back in that game with those big catches at the end. And Devin Witherspoon, great player, just too little for Marv. And that's what Marv should be doing. He should be playing like that, But also, I think
when I looked at the game, it's
Totally
one
have.
play that stands out to me a lot, bro. And it showed me how bad Kyler is at pre-snap. And it was a play where they was inside the 20. He went to drop back. He pump faked it and was like, "No, I'm gonna just keep it." And when I seen him do that, that's a mental error. Like when you're scanning the defense, you can look at the defense, especially as far as Kyler is in his career. You should be able to look at the defense and understand where you're going with the ball pre-snap. For you to be able to not even know where you're going with the ball and get lost in traffic, it just shows how bad that is, bro.
Yeah, and I think Seattle's front seven is legit, like
Sure.
super legit, and their secondary is good. But what's his name? Tariq Woolen is trash. Like, I'm done with Tariq Woolen. He's not good.
Bro, they drove straight downfield on him.
He's just
Is
bad.
that the safety?
No, Tariq Woolen. He's the other corner.
Oh,
He's bad. Like, he's 6'3", 6'4". He doesn't defend jump balls well. He doesn't play to the ball. He doesn't use his hands well. Like, there's just nothing.
He
like
just don't play the ball in any type of way.
No,
Any type of way.
he has some of the worst ball skills I've ever seen out of any cornerback. It's terrible. But I do feel like this game was like Seattle imposed their will, then fell asleep, and the Cardinals kind of took advantage. But I thought from this game, Seattle's definitely the better team. Definitely the better team. And honestly, like, Arizona had a good comeback, but bro, I am not like sold on them at all. I don't care that they're 2-1 or 2-2. Like, they're gonna collapse, bro. They're just not good.
I turned off the TV after the touchdown anyways, because I had no faith in that in overtime. Like, I just didn't.
Benson is good. I like Ben. I don't think Connor's ever gonna get a spot back. I think it's probably over for him. Because even when he was playing, Benson was leading the team in yards for rushing. So it's just like, yeah, QE was a combine demon, but it's like, damn, bro, you're 6'3", 6'4", bro. You're not physically imposing as a corner. You're just not. Like, I don't know. I just don't think. And Witherspoon, he got head tapped a lot. Like, he didn't have a good game, but it wasn't he wasn't bad in coverage. He just got head
like
tapped.
Tariq Woolen though.
Huh?
He didn't look like Woolen.
Yeah, Josh Joby's good too. Yeah, Josh Joby's good too. Honestly, the only weakness of that entire Seahawks defense is Tariq Woolen. So if he can figure out how to improve, bro, this defense will be really, really hard to beat. And yeah, Sam is an interesting player. I think Sam is. Oh, there's F dot. I think Sam is very supremely. He's actually very talented, but he also makes weird mistakes. And if you pressure him, then he kind of loses it. Like, he just gets out of sorts. Not like play by play, but it's like if you sack him, then he kind of just gets out of his focus.
Right.
But
he really is just to me, he's just Brock Purdy with a better arm. That's what he is to me. I don't really see that much of a difference. I mean, I think he can make more types of throws than Brock Purdy, but I don't really see that much of a difference between the two, other than the arm strength.
Brock Purdy has a way, way weaker arm than him.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy is smart, though. I'll give Brock Purdy is. I think Brock Purdy's good. I just don't think that he's not an upper echelon, but he's good.
Yeah.
But F dot, how did you feel about this game as a member of the Kyler Murray FC? How did you feel about this game?
It's over, bro.
Yeah, I mean, It was a pretty mid game. I don't think it was like trash, but I don't think he played good either. He almost drove down the field and won that game at the end of the game.
First
I
half he
think
was terrible.
no, first half he was, but I think first half the whole offense was terrible in my opinion. Like the whole offense,
Yeah.
including him, obviously. Marvin had a few drops. I think what's his name, Michael Wilson had a drop. So it was tough. The O line was kind of shaky, but Kyler was holding the ball too long. He was making bad reads, doing his usual bad plays. That's Kyler at the end of the day. He's
And I
mid.
don't think they have enough. They're not a good team. They're just
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
No,
They're
that
just
So to put the
defense,
entire
Arizona
blame onto
defense,
him
nice, bro.
is unfair, but he also did not play well. And it's just like, this is the other thing that I have with Tua. It's like, I mean, the way that Marvin's looking at that second half, Andrew, like low key, like if he can do that consistently, then they do have a deep threat. But like Devon Witherspoon, as I said, is a very good cornerback, but he's also just too small for Marvin.
yeah.
So that's also something where it's like I don't think he's going to like be as dynamic as he was in the second half going forward. But it's for guys that are that talented that are like busts or haven't proved up to an expert. I'm not saying he's a bust, but I'm just saying he hasn't been what we thought he's going to be. This is the type of game that could completely change that. So from that
Absolutely.
perspective, like I'm happy for the kid, and there's no denying that he was great in the second half.
And the play count look a lot different in that second half as well. I feel like he opened the playbook a little bit. Petzing.
Yeah.
what's his name?
I just think when you're avoiding the middle of the field as much as you have to do with guys like Tua and Kyler, it's just like it's so hard to create an offense, especially when your running game isn't good.
I
That
think what
like
helps Kyler though instead too is just his athletic ability because like he troubles throwing the ball through the middle, but when you have guys like Trey McBride and stuff like that, big body receivers who can just go up there and grab the ball, it's like with a collar, you take that. I feel like.
yeah, and I think I think Kyler is supremely more talented. He has more tools than Tua for sure. But like at the same time, he just gets it's like almost like he gets flustered.
Yeah,
Like he just doesn't he needs to just do a better job of staying poised and taking what the defense gives him. And that can be hard, but like yeah. It's just tough. And also it's like it's a tough ask, but like he's gonna have to run the ball down the middle of the field. That's what I see a lot of the times. Like he doesn't like running the ball down the middle. He leaks out. He leaks out to the outsides a lot. And it's just like if he could figure out a way to not like get hurt and use the gaps to his advantage, because that one play where he went in the gap between the guard and the tackle and for like 30 yards. So it's just like finding a way to get 3 or 4 or 5 yards when your entire team is boxed up would help that team a lot. But yeah, I just don't think the Cardinals are just not contenders, dude, especially with Brock Purdy coming back. They're screwed, dude. They needed to win that game against the Niners.
that was probably one of my worst takes.
And they played
Arizona
against
winning the division.
Yeah, they played against the Saints and the Panthers, I think. Wasn't that the 2 games that they
Mhm.
won? So it's just like I just don't see this team being good enough to win.
Yeah.
And I do think I think the NFC West will be very interesting though. Like if Sam Darnold can play like this and limit the turnovers and not take bad sacks, like it's going to be
The
tough.
second half, I feel like he played real until the end of the game where he had that drive, but like that second half, he was low-key kind of mid.
Yeah, I think
he was pedestrian.
I think first place for that division will end up being between the Seahawks and the Rams. I just think the 49ers are there's too many injuries with the 49ers at this point. Yeah, I know it's early, but
and it's also like Seattle's offensive line looks way better this year. They're actually creating holes in the run game, and they're passing their pass blocking has been really solid. So that's what I think. Because if last year they had this, they would be contending for sure, or at least for a playoff spot. And they were 10-7 anyway. So like, I think they're gonna be good. But like, yeah, I think also it was a case of I said this earlier that if they were dominating so early on in that game that they kind of just let off the gas and played uber conservative for the rest of it, which was honestly a problem because they just let off the gas and then like it wasn't really anything that Arizona did well other than just getting the ball to Marv in the second half. That was pretty much all they did. And then Michael Wilson had like one pass interference call that was a help
That
too.
one-handed catch he had was nice too. It was a clutch third too.
Yeah.
Smash.
That was he bailed out Kyler on that too. I forgot about
Yeah, that was a good catch.
But I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Arizona's defense is really good. They was missing 3 corners and still was snuffing out that Seattle offense on clutch drives. They was getting the ball back to Kyler. He just wasn't doing nothing. And I understand
that's
his number
secondary
one.
cheese, bro.
Bro, mind you, they missing 3 cornerbacks though. Like, mind you, we talking about the secondary, but they locked up JSN for most of the night. You know what I'm saying? Till the game really got out of hand, and you know what I'm saying, he broke loose. For most of the night, though, JSN had to get handoffs like a running back. Like, that's how well they did.
I think it was just more of Seattle playing like shit. Like, because K9, like that one when they were at the 5 on second down and K9 ran 10 yards behind, that should have been a touchdown.
He kept doing it the whole game too. Like,
yeah, he did that multiple times, but that could have been at least 3 yards if he just lowered his shoulder. And then you're looking at a 2 or 3 yard third down at the goal line, and then if you score there, the game would be over regardless. So
Sure
I just when I look at the Cardinals team, I just don't see enough. There's just not enough on that team, sadly. But it is what it is, I guess. But we can move on to players of the week. So we'll start it off with the offensive rookie of the week. Hefe, go ahead and start us off with that.
He quit Sean Judkins, bro. I love what he did. He went crazy, bro. I think with more reps, he'll be better. Especially with them getting Isaiah Bond back. I think with Sean Judkins about to have a nice season ahead of him.
F-Dot?
Shit. No, I'm gonna go Marvin in that second half. That first half was rough, but that second half he turned up a little bit. So I'll give it to Marvin.
Okay, Kenya?
I'm going Luther Burton.
Luther Burton.
He literally had like 100 yards on 3 receptions and like 1 touchdown, which is insane. So I'm going Luther Burton.
He did have a good game.
Yeah, he was good. Who was that gonna? Oh yeah, give me Cam Scapo, baby. Come on.
Oh yeah, he was good too.
He was good too.
He's nice, bro. He's a demon, man. I can't even lie. He's just a monster, dude.
Let's hope the Giants don't waste his prime with shitty.
To be fair to JJ Andrew though, like JJ, they would have won that game if JJ was in based off of how good that defense played and how bad the Bengals were. Yeah. But I mean, hey man,
that was a vicious game.
I would like him to stay on the bench though, like because he is.
Oh, I'm tripping. You right, Marley. My fault.
What?
I did say that was week 4. You right, bro. That don't count.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, yesterday was a week. Yeah, you're right. Damn.
F-Doc, get another one in there.
Honestly, I'm gonna go Luther Burton, but I'm gonna go with Kenya because he did go crazy.
Yeah, he was good. Shout out the Cowboys defense. Anyway, defensive rookie of the week. I will start it off, and I will go Jihad Campbell, of the Eagles. I thought he was really solid. Like, I don't know. I feel like the run game was tough at the first half, but did a lot better job in the second half, and especially in coverage too. He played really, really good football in that game, and they don't win it without him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Carson Swessinger. I think he played a pretty good role in stopping the run game over there. With I don't think Josh Jacobs didn't have that good of a game anyway. So I'm gonna go Carson Swessinger.
I'm gonna stay with that defense and go Mason Graham because he was also feasting against the Packers. So.
I'm gonna double down. Y'all took both of my picks, bro. I'm going with Carson again, bro. He played well.
All right, and then we'll go offensive rookie or not offensive rookie, offensive player of the week, and we'll start off with Hefe.
Say it one more time.
Offensive player of the week.
Oh yeah, give me Jonathan Taylor. He went crazy.
Yeah, he was wild, bro.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor.
He's defensive player of the year at this point.
Oh yeah, give me Jalen Hurts. Give me Jalen.
I knew you were going to take
that second half. He was on point. He was getting the ball out. No Saquon. Saquon wasn't. He was quiet. For the most part, the Rams D line was shutting that down. So he was like, "Hey, Jalen, you did with your arm." He did it. He hit his throws. He made the right reads. He was moving timing. He got AJ involved. It was great.
Yeah, I'm gonna go AJ Brown for this one. The second half for him too was just insane. That one-handed catch he had. I don't know if that was Emmanuel Forbes or the other corner, but he was just dogging those corners. And I don't understand why defensive coordinators keep putting Emmanuel Forbes on AJ Brown one-on-one. Like they didn't see that happen twice before, and it was probably worse. And I think it was 2023 when he was on the Commanders, and they put him one-on-one on AJ Brown. Yeah, we've already seen that. So I don't know what the defensive coordinator was thinking in the second half, but yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah, I will go. I'll go Caleb Williams. I'll give him credit where credit is due. Even though, I feel like false hope wise, we can talk about that later. But yeah, no, I'll give him. He had 140 passer rating. Like,
bro,
he did what
he
he
was
was.
doing
He
defense,
balled out.
He had 4 touchdowns too. Like I don't know if that's the most he's doing in the game. I can't remember, but he had 4 touchdowns. Yeah.
That has to be his best performance of the year. Yep. All right, so then we'll go defensive player of the week.
I think this is obvious.
There's two obvious answers. I'll go with one of the obvious answers. Go with Myles Garrett, bro. Like, shout out to the other dude who should be obvious. Hopefully someone picks him. But bro, this dude has 4 sacks and 7 tackles for loss in 3 weeks. He is the best. He's the best edge rusher of the 2010s. Like, he is a freaking monster, dude. There's nobody that I've ever seen that has been doing what he's been doing, bro. He's their entire offense. He's just a game wrecker. Like, he had 1 sack, but he wrecked that game. Like, destroyed that game. And like Mason Graham played insanely well, but like a big reason why is because Myles Garrett is over there pressuring, making Jordan Love step up, making him get out of the pocket. Like, that type of stuff destroyed that game. But yeah, Marley facts. But Kenya?
I'm gonna go Isaiah Rodgers, obviously, because he just single-handedly won the Vikings that game, while the Bengals also helped with that. But he had like a pick 6, 2 forced fumbles, and one of them, or another fumble return. It was a bunch of stuff he had in like one half. So yeah, he was obviously the defensive player of the week.
Yeah, that pass deflection on T too. That was nice.
Yeah, it was annoying to watch.
He was going crazy. That's obviously that's the obvious answer, but I'll probably just throw a name out there. I'm gonna throw Ian Hutchinson. I think he had a great comeback game. This was probably his best game of the season. He started off a little bit slow, and people were wondering where he was, and he showed up against the Ravens. They dominated our O-line.
Yeah, he did. That's a good one too, for sure. Hefe?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Fred Warner. I feel like he had a pretty solid game too.
Yeah. I think Isaiah Rodgers, like, obviously we don't want everyone to pick the same one, but like I felt like Isaiah Rodgers, somebody was gonna say, that's why I went there, but Isaiah Rodgers was, how can you not go with him, bro? Like, he was just a monster.
He had a crazy game.
Yeah.
He's gonna get paid off of that one game alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, he was crazy. It
was hard to watch. I was just like, every time I was watching Red Zone, every time we went to that game, that's what happened. It was every single time.
Man.
I was just like, I can't even do this anymore. So it's whatever.
Yeah, Jordan Davis too was good, Marley.
That's
I thought
very
Jordan
true,
Davis
Marley.
made a lot of good plays too in that game, especially in the second half. In the first half, it was tough, but I felt like that was kind of a failure of the entire defense that they were running the ball like that. Watching the tape, it wasn't like just the D tackle's fault.
That whole team stepped up in the second half. It's not just the offense and Jalen. Obviously, they had to put points on the board, but that Eagles defense shut shit down that second half. You gotta give them some credit.
Yeah, on to the corners too. Mitchell and DeJean played incredible.
Yeah. And the pressure on Stafford, he was really off that game, missing like routine throws, and you gotta get that D line. They showed up when they needed.
Yeah, okay, nothing too crazy on Stafford yet because we'll get to that game. Actually, no, we're not done with we got to do the Earl alert of the week, and I will start it off. And look, man, did I start it off in the last one? I can't remember. No, because we went the other way. Look, man, it's MP9. he was dog water. He was dog water, and I was big upping MP9 in the first 2 weeks, but he was dog, dude. Like he should have had 4 picks in that game. He ended with 2. He should have had 4, and I think like his arm talent is there, but his footwork is trash. Like if he doesn't find someone between his first and second read, he gets happy feet in there. And like especially on that first interception, that was a pick 6, like right at the 5. Like he's stepping with his back foot because he's so off balance trying to make that throw. And like regardless of how he threw that ball, that's going to be an interception because it just wasn't there. But like he had the guy on the left side in an in that he could have passed to if he got to that progression earlier, but it wasn't within his first or second read because he was looking at the right side of the field. But he also had a 3-on-2 matchup on the right side of the field, and he took too long to look to the other side. So it's just like, yeah, there's just too many things he has to clean up. He was just real bad. And honestly, there's no excuse, bro. Like the defense gave up 30 points, but the first half they weren't even that bad. Like it was literally probably 10-0. I can't remember, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was a small lead, and like Bryce Young was okay, but like also Bijan was playing well. The run game was working. They just couldn't move. He just couldn't make the throws when he needed to, and it was a problem. But Kenya?
Mine is Brian Dable. I was very confused. I'm still confused about all the really bad decisions that he's made in these past few weeks. I don't understand starting Jackson Dart right now. I really didn't understand the play calling in like the back half of that game. Like I was just so confused with the whole thing. So yeah, Brian Dable, I would be surprised if he lasts the rest of the season, to be honest with you.
If Jackson Dart might save his career right
I
here.
don't think. I just think it's such a bad spot to start Jackson Dart.
Yeah, it definitely
Who do they play?
is.
The Rams? They play
Yeah.
somebody with the crazy defense. Like I just think it's just stupid, and it has more to do with him than Jackson Dart. Like this isn't about putting him out there so he can have a good game or be developed. It really just feels very selfish. Like I'm gonna put him out there to save my job, but like your job is pretty much done.
Yes, Dwayne, I feel that they're not using him enough.
Yeah, I agree, Dwayne. I think that you can't just use Travis Hunter as an RPO guy. Like, okay, yeah, he's not the best route runner, but there's routes that you can utilize him on that aren't that. Like, how many crossers have they used him on? How many drags did they used him on? And when it comes to the RPO stuff, they're not even giving him RPOs like that. They're giving De'Ami Brown a lot of RPO opportunities. And in the last game, he played really well at corner.
Yeah, he did.
So that might be what they're gonna be doing moving forward. But I think it's either Liam Cohen is not doing what he's supposed to be doing, or the injury that Travis is having is worse than we think, or those injury issues. He's not 100% healthy right now, or he's just not as good as we think, which could be a possibility. But I still believe in him that he's a talented player. Like, I just don't think that they're utilizing him good enough, but it is what it is.
Marley, that is a great one, but I'm gonna be a homer here and say the Ravens O-line and D-line, those trenches was absolutely horrendous. It was bad on both sides. There were a few plays though. I do believe that Lamar was holding the ball a little bit too long, but he's trying to play make at the end of the day. So it's not an excuse, but it's like understandable. It was like probably 3 of them that he kind of was holding it too long. The other 4 was just bad, bro. D-line guy.
Look, it's Ramondre Stevenson. Like, okay, obviously Drake May, that was a bad sack, and that was on his blind side. He needs to protect the football, and he missed somebody downfield on that play. But like Ramondre Stevenson, bro, like two fumbles. Wasn't it 2 fumbles?
And one, no, it was 2. It was one on the goal line, like when they're about to score, and then the other one was like earlier in the game. But 2 bad fumbles. They had 5 turnovers in all. I mean, it was 4 fumbles and a pick, I think.
Yeah, it was 4
fumbles is insanity.
Because he had 2, Gibson had 1, and Drake May had 1. So that's 4 fumbles and a pick. That's bad.
Yeah, Drake May should have had. Yeah, he should have had a couple more picks, but like,
they really should have won the game though.
I do think he showed flashes though.
I agree, Dwayne, with that one.
He has flashes, but yeah, he didn't play well in that game. But I give him bail because the last 2 games were that he played were very solid. He played solid football in both those games. Even in the Raiders game, I felt like that he played
Facts.
solid football in that game.
I
Hefe?
think Jair playing this week,
I'm
Dewan.
gonna go at a front office, bro. I want my early alert is the Falcon front office of firing a wide receivers coach for losing 30-0. I think that's
Oh,
absolutely disgusting, bro. I don't care who the scapegoat gotta be. Like,
it's the offensive coordinator though.
yeah, for sure. Like, y'all keep lining up in the pistol and expect nobody to find out tendencies, but y'all want to fire the wide receiver coach for bad play. It just don't make sense. It don't make sense. That was just ugly.
Yeah, and also it's just like I think Raheem Morris needs to get some bail or needs to get a little bit. He's on the hot seat because like James Pierce isn't perfect, but like I swear he didn't play like 40% of the snaps in that game. Like that's your best pass rusher. Jalen Walker's been really good too, but I think he's your most dynamic pass rusher, and it's just like you've got to make a decision on having him in the game more because I just don't see you drafted him 15th overall. You traded up for him. Like he had 6 pressures against the Vikings, and you're playing him 40% of the time. Like it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me what they're doing as a team, to be honest. But I do feel like they're talented, but that Buccaneers loss is gonna bite them in the ass if they don't figure it out, if they don't go on a win streak. It's because they could be 2-1 right now. And like I'm not trying to like take anything away from the Bucs. It's just purely like the Falcons need to win these games. And yeah, I mean, like, is it the wide receiver coach's fault that Darnell Mooney had bad drops and that
Yeah,
Penix,
terrible job.
that like Drake London was like low key getting boxed and like their team, like Kyle Pitts was okay, but like, yeah, I think that's just on the players, like more than the wide receiver coach. But obviously, we're not on the team, we're not in the organization, so this could be something that was like leading up, that this was the straw that broke the camel's back or whatever you want to call it. But yeah,
But you
it's
know what,
definitely
Mike?
not on
You
him for that.
can't follow tendencies though, bro. And when a team is not disciplined, that only leads back to one person. The team takes on the identity of the head coach. This your second year there. Like we shouldn't like it should be structure here now. Like it's not like, oh yeah, your first year, settle in. Nah, it should be structured. Even with just you there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
mean,
think
yeah,
that's
they
the
run
best
pistol a lot. They do run
Yeah.
pistol a lot.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot.
I don't get it. Like they're just wasting. There's just too much talent on that team for them to just be wasting, especially offensively, for them to be wasting it again. Like this is like the 3rd or 4th time in a row where they're just. I don't understand any of these offensive schemes they've had these last 3 seasons.
I mean, I get that. I also think you have a young quarterback, there's going to be growing pains. Some like as bad as MP9 played, like he's basically a rookie. Like
Yeah.
this is not like something that is like completely out of the realm of possibility for a young quarterback to have. Like they're going to have bad
Yeah,
games.
but I mean, like, I just feel like the offensive coordinator should build an offense that makes sense for Michael Penix Jr. Like, I just don't think this offense makes sense for what he does best, which is a lot of play action, kind of like what Kirk Cousins did. So,
yeah, but I think that in a game like that, it's like you can't get to your play action because you can't, like, they ran the ball with Bijan 16 times and had success. And that was in a game where they lost 30-0 and the time of possession was completely off the charts. Like, when you're not converting first downs, you can't run the ball as much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, I think also the reason why they're in pistol is because Michael Penix can't do long step drops. He can't do 5-7 step drops because his footwork's not good enough. I feel like that's a big reason why they're in pistol the whole time. So, yeah, it is what it is. Because, I mean, last against the Vikings, was it? Yeah, they imposed their will. They ran the ball 40 times. 40 times they ran the ball. So they're going to run the ball if they have the success to do so. But your quarterback has to be able to convert third downs. He has to, or you're screwed. So, but yeah, that's enough talk about that, and then we'll move on to news. So we'll talk about Jackson Dart starting for a second. And yeah, I think we talked about earlier. This is a all-time desperation play. Like this is Dayball. This is make it or break it for Dayball. and I think that he's gonna be gone because like you can't Daniel Jones doing what he's doing, Saquon doing what he's doing, and Saquon is a little bit different because I highly doubt that he wanted Saquon to leave. That was the GM's decision. But when your quarterback, your first round quarterback that you drafted in the top 5 was mid at best for one season and was bad for the rest of it, and you had a poor O-line, like you haven't done anything in the last 5 years, and you've got guys that were in your organization that are doing well in other spots. It's GG's. It's real GG's, and they've got to figure it out, or like Malik Neighbors is going to be gone because I think that he's the type of guy that's not gonna stay there if they don't figure it out. So, and I don't think it's a good idea because I was low on Jackson Dart. Then the preseason, like he turned me around. Like I'm definitely not like a skeptic. I'm not gonna say that he's gonna be a guy because I need to see it in the NFL, but like in real regular season games. But I don't think that this is the proper way to start his career off. You're putting him in a situation that's already cooked. That you can tell like these players are already turning on the coach, and like I don't think a lot of them want him to start either. The way they've been talking about in the media, so I don't think it's the best move for him. So it doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's what you're gonna do when you're on the hot seat. You're going to play your first round quarterback, and you're gonna say, "Look, like if he does well, this was my decision, so you have to keep me." So it kind of makes sense, but
yeah, I agree with everything you just said. That's why he was my early alert. Because they're playing the Chargers. That's who they're playing, by the way. They're playing the Chargers, and that secondary is really, really good. Like just take out the defensive line, that secondary is really good. And I don't know. I don't like the spot that they're putting him in. Like if they wanted to play him like 3-4 weeks when their schedule gets a little bit lighter, then I would understand. But this is definitely a desperation move, and it's not going to save him. It's not going to save the team. I think their season is pretty much done because they don't like. You saw it in the Chiefs game. Once they bracketed Malik Neighbors, it's like nobody else can get open. Like nobody else can do anything other than Cam Scatterbo, who had a pretty good game. But yeah, I don't get this at all. So.
Yeah, I agree. I wasn't that high on Jackson Dart in college and before the preseason and stuff like that. I mean, in college he was okay. He had an arm, he had arm talent, but progressions and the reads and the dumb plays he would make just kind of like rub me the wrong way with him. But maybe I mean, the preseason he looked really good, so maybe things might change around. Maybe he might really be like that. I guess we're gonna see. I'm not really. I'm not. I want to call myself a skeptic of this move because honestly, Russ was just stinking up the place, and it's like, yeah, you're playing against good teams. But if you're already looking at this season like that, you might as well just throw Jackson Dart in and let's see what he got. So I'm intrigued. I want to see how he plays. And, it's gonna be a big test for him with the Chargers.
They should have just started him week 1, in my opinion.
I believe they should have. They should have just started him from the jump.
Yeah,
they should have.
I mean, if this is the short leash that you had, like, look, he played horrible, but he also threw for damn near 500 yards the week before.
Yeah.
So it's like if this is 1 week of bad play, then you really didn't even want him starting, to be honest. You just did it because you didn't want to put Jackson Dart in a position where you think that giving him a year to sit on the bench would be more beneficial for his career. Yeah. That's probably why they did it. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, to me, I don't think it's anything more than DeBall trying to save his job. I think that's really what it is. Yeah. I don't think it's Jackson Dart's ready to start. He could be ready to start, but I think that is just more if he's just trying to save his job.
Yeah, I agree.
Hefe?
The twisted thing is, we watch him not fight for Saquon, and we watch Daniel Jones look bad up underneath him. I think now you got a guy coming in, and if Jackson Dart does light up the place, I think you should get Brian Dable the hell away from him. I think you should get him the hell away from him. I think you should get a coach in there that could really coach him up and actually teach him something and work with something. Like if you got
Dable is an offensive guy, though. You don't think he could work with Jackson Dart?
I think Jackson Dart is talented. I do. I really do. But I think if Jackson Dart come in there and play well, like just his remedies to fix everything, bro. When your players turn on you in the locker room, you're cooked. You're cooked. It's over.
Yeah.
The only thing that can fix that is winning. I think even if they do win, what we seen from David was enough, bro. Like nobody stuck with you, nothing that you tried out worked, and we still waiting for you to do something in the NFL. And that's not even speaking on how Giants fans feel.
Yeah, I think they signed Jameis as a contingency plan if they didn't get a rookie. If for some reason they didn't get Dart because he got picked before them or something like that, like then they could just have him as their backup. And also as a contingency plan, if Dart was playing like garbage in the preseason or in training camp, that they didn't have to have him as the second string. But like as soon as Dart started snapping in the preseason, then they didn't have to. They like Jameis is just a contingency plan. Like all Dart had to do was play 75% of what Jameis Winston could, and he was going to get the job over him because he's a first round pick. So I think that's why they signed Jameis, and I don't think Jameis is making his team better. I'm just worried because this offensive line still isn't good, and it's just like if you have bad O-line play with any rookie, like that's not setting them up for success. So I don't know. It's just a tough situation, bro. And it's been the same shit for the Giants for like 10 years. It's like when Eli Manning was retiring, the conversation was this Giants O-line is bad. They need to invest in O-line. And it's 2026 now. And they still, or 2025, and they still haven't invested enough in the offense, or they haven't made it work on the offensive line yet. So I don't know. The Giants just continue to be a team that has talent, like a little bit of talent, but they're just a dumpster fire organization right now.
Yeah.
And obviously it's coming from a Cowboys fan, but it's just like, dude, I'm not even trying to be a hater. It's just facts at this point. And your defense is good. And also, yeah, you drafted Abdul Carter in the first round, and because like you have so many edge rushers, you're making him play like off-ball linebacker, and he's just not an off-ball linebacker. He's not. He's an edge rusher. That's what he's supposed to do. He's not Micah. Like Micah played a lot of off-ball linebacker as a rookie, but he was so good as a pass rusher that they just moved him to edge full time. But that's not Abdul Carter. Abdul Carter's not as athletic. He's not like that. So you're just playing him out of position. And granted, Kayvon Thibodeau has been great this year, but it's just like you drafted this kid 4th overall. Like you need to use him in a way that's going to show his talents, and they're just not. But yeah. Anyway, we can talk about this for a little bit now because there's a little discussion in the group chat about quarterback development in the past couple years around, whenever you want to say in the modern era, we'll say in the RPO read option era, and whether or not quarterback development was better back in the day than it is now. And so for the people that are pro that point, that back in the day quarterback development was better, give me your case of why.
I mean, you kind of convinced me otherwise when we were talking about it in the chat. I'm just I'm stuck in the middle. Yeah, you did. I'm stuck in the middle. I don't know if there's some things that are just a little weird. Like, I don't know if it's coaching, or I don't know if this like the talent pool has just slowly like been decreasing. Like there's more potential now than there is just like quarterbacks that are just ready now. I feel like.
Okay.
I think we seeing guys like Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady come off the bench for a reason. I think there's more arms now than there was then because there's more science now. And I think guys can potentially be better, but I think they're not being better because every time they get to a team or an organization like Brian Dable, whose job is on the line, and we start thinking about, oh snap, I'm about to lose my position. Let me throw this guy in the middle of the mix. Dude, you could literally mess this dude's development up by putting him in a blender, bro. You can literally throw him in a situation where he can't read it fast enough. They on his ass, they put him on the ground. He's losing confidence each play, and he's not being developed. He's looking at it like this is too much instead of I got this because I've seen it 1,000 times. I think that's the part where the development is key. Instead of it being about money, it being about the guy that you invested into.
Yeah, here's my thing about it. Like, when we talk about Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, both of them weren't top 10 picks, right? Like, when you go back in the history of the league, almost every single top 10 quarterback started early. At least like if we talk about Josh Allen, like Josh Allen was top, he started immediately. Jared Goff started immediately. Peyton Manning started immediately. I'm trying to think of more. John Elway started immediately. Like all of the top guys
Oh,
out of college that were like generational prospects or considered that coming out the draft, they all start off immediately. And that's mainly because the teams that they went to were trash and they had nothing and they didn't have a quarterback. Like Tom Brady was obviously, he didn't start because nobody thought he would be good. Like people were like, okay, this at best case, Tom Brady's going to be a backup QB for his career. Like he'll be like a solid backup. That's because he was a 6th round pick. So it's like, that's how they're looked at that point. Aaron Rodgers, on the other hand, was a top, I think he got drafted in the mid-20s, something like that. And they had Brett Favre there. So there was no way he was going to start first. So both of those situations are like more anomalies. But if you're saying that you think that it's more beneficial for them to sit and there's less of that now than there was back then, that I can get with that logic. But I think that like what we're seeing right now, we're just in a bad stretch of quarterback play. Like we look at college, like it's just a bad year for quarterbacks right now. And when you look at the NFL, like this last class had Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams has been struggling. Like, MP9 has had his struggles. Bo Nix looked great, and then he's had his struggles. Like, I think it's just a little bit of recency bias to that type of stuff. And like when it comes to college development, I've been seeing this a lot more recently of like, oh, because of RPOs and read option that there's less development. And I do agree with that. Like, I think that that's definitely the case to an extent. But like, you look at a guy like Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is a freshman when he got his first year as a starter in Arizona State, threw more interceptions than touchdowns. He was trash. If you remember, he was getting clowned. There was a viral like meme
teammate
of that teammate trashing him. And I remember being like, oh, that quarterback must suck. 3 years later down the line, that's Jaden Daniels. So he completely changed his entire style of play and his entire level in college. And I just really think it comes down to the coach that you have. And I think it's always been like that. Yeah. And like when we talk about guys like Peyton Manning was trash his rookie year. Like he set the record for interceptions in his rookie year. Like I'm not even like, obviously like the standards of your rookie quarterback being like a superstar and having MVP votes early on is like crazy, but like objectively that was just a terrible year for any rookie quarterback. So it's like, I think that the fundamentals to an extent have gotten worse because like guys like Josh Allen, guys like Mahomes, guys like Lamar are so supremely talented that it's like they don't have like the standard set of like fundamentals, the way that they throw the ball that like guys like Rodgers and like Brady had. But like at the end of the day, I do think fundamentals aren't overrated. I'm not saying fundamentals are overrated. What I'm saying is like if you look at somebody's release and you think that it's like, off kilter or not that good, like at the end of the day, it's about practice over anything. Like right. No matter what your arm, what your arm slot is or what your motion looks like if you put that into practice, like most of the time it works out fine. So
good practice though, Mike, because you can practice to be bad too.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, when you look at guys like Lamar or like Allen has kind of a weird throwing motion. It's not like bad by any means, but it's not like a prototypical thing. But he's still throwing dots all over the place. So it's just like, to me, it matters more about practice. But I think that it's also hard to say whether or not, like, we don't know how these guys are being developed. We just don't, because we're not in teams, we're not in the system. So it's just hard to say. But I think, like, if we have a crazy good, like, there's been crazy good classes in the last 5 years. Like the Burrow Herbert class was a crazy good class. Like the Allen
Lamar. And Burrow has some of the best fundamentals, I think, right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he
And
is not like a
RPOs is
physical. He's not like that physical type of guy. But his fundamentals are so clean. It's like he doesn't have to be running around. Well, no offense to all the other quarterbacks who do, but he just doesn't have to do a lot of those other things that a Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson has to do because he can just, he just has better fundamentals right now. But I see what you're saying. I just think there's an impatience thing to it as well. Like I think fans and organizations, they get impatient, kind of like what Brian Dable is doing right now. And then they just rush him too much. I think a good example is I was never a big believer that Anthony Richardson should have started the way that he did. I thought he should have at least been sat down for like a year or two behind anybody, because obviously we saw how that worked.
Was like, he was not even that good in college. He just
Exactly
had
my point.
some crazy games and had crazy talent. So as a whole, he got overhyped. But like, if you go back into history, like there's been a lot of players that have like played on terrible teams and their rookie years that got rushed. Like that's honestly the nature of the business to an extent. And like the whole RPO, like not to you guys, but I see a lot of like people talk about RPOs has ruined quarterback development. It's like, dude, RPOs were happening in like 2015, 2016.
Right.
Like this isn't like a 2020 thing. Yeah. Like it's not like to the extent of what it is now with like the quarterback run options with the RPO and stuff, but like RPOs have been used for a long time. It's not like RPOs were developed in the last 4 years.
They just started to do different stuff with it now. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. But I think are RPOs like used more often? Maybe. But yeah, I just think it's just an overall tough conversation to have. And it's just it's just strictly based off of like what's it called? How good the quarterbacks are. Like if we have a crazy good QB class in the next 2 or 3 years, nobody's gonna be talking about this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we can move on from this and when we can get into the games. So we'll start off with the Eagles versus the Rams game. Obviously this game was crazy. This was a classic game. The Philly got off to a really, really tough start. The Rams came up to a really, really hot start. What are our takeaways from this game? We'll let Jalen, the leader of Jalen Hurts FC on this podcast, start it off. F-Dot, what do you want to say about this game?
Yeah, man. That first half was rough. I mean, O-line was bad. Guys was looking a little clamped. The play calling was a little bit it was just dull and stale. Like they weren't being aggressive enough. Jalen Hurts, he was holding the ball a little bit too much. So I think it was definitely a collective thing as far as how that first half went. But in that second half, they started playing more aggressive. The defense started hunting more. That D-line woke up. I feel like the secondary was already playing pretty good. It's just the D-line started to wake up and they started to, run stop because they were running the ball really well in the first half too. I mean, the Rams were doing everything they needed to do in that first half. And that second half, I mean, they had the game plan for it. That second half. So shout out to Sirianni for coming up, him and Vic Fangio coming up with some game plans to kind of slow that team down. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. I mean, he keeps doing it. This is nothing new. Him and Baker right now are probably the most clutch quarterbacks in the league right now that have been playing in those high pressure moments. He shows up. With his arm, he did it. They say he couldn't do it. He did it. I mean, I don't know what y'all want to – they say he can't throw. He beat him with his arm, bro. So, I mean, he's going to keep doing this. We know this is what he is now. I think people just got to understand this is who he is, bro. He's not going to have the prettiest numbers every game, but when his number is called on and then those close games, those real close games, he answers the call every time. I respect it.
Yeah, and, like, I think that I will say before I say anything, the Eagles OC is a terrorist. Like he is a legitimate
what the
terrorist.
heck was that?
Like first of all, there was one play that I saw where they had the tight end in the slot and then wide receiver in the slot on the other side, and literally both of them had angled hook routes. One of them ended off like 2 yards in front of the other, so they're literally just standing on top of each other, basically taking each other out of the play. And then they also had one where they had a stack to the left on like a far stack, and they basically ran like a 9-yard angle route and then a 5-yard out route Like those type of like that, you're just
That's
taking
about
both of
trash.
your receivers. You're taking like one entire side of the field out of the game when you do that. It's just bad. But they did open up the offense, and the only thing that I'll say is like, regardless whether or not like it's the OC's fault or not, having 20 yards and a half, like I'm not saying that it was 100% his fault, but there needs to be some blame for that. But at the end of the day, he came out and he did what I said last week. I said, I need to see him be aggressive down the middle of the field. Like, you can't avoid it. And in that second half, he made that one nasty tight window throw that was like 30 yards, which was a dot. And we know he can do that. Like, I never said he can't do that. Like, I know he can do that, but you have to be able to throw those and you have to be willing to throw those. And that's what he did. So I think, like, if their offense can work like they did in the second half, then they're going to be tough to beat because there's no way to stop that offense. And like, I think the more that you do that, the more Saquon's going to get off. And like, their offensive line is still great. But I do want to bring it to the Rams for 1 second, though. Like, number one, other than that one touchdown for Devontae Adams, he was getting boxed. Like Quinyon Mitchell
He
had
pushed off right there too. That was
yeah,
chaos.
he did.
Yeah, he did.
Quinyon Mitchell had him in jail, though. He did have him in jail. And like DeJean, other than that play, whether it was pushed off or not, like other than that, like he played extremely well. But yeah, I felt like Stafford, the secondary was really poor in the second half. Like they were like missed tackles, the AJ Brown plays, like it was bad. But like Stafford, like they left points. The main thing is the Rams in the first half left points off the board. And it was mainly due to Matthew Stafford missing throws in the red zone. And like, that's like, if you're a top 5, top 7 quarterback, like you're getting blamed for that, in my opinion. And I don't think that he played particularly well in that game. I don't think he played bad, but he wasn't dynamic.
Yeah.
And like, also that kicker is a bot. Like you're a bot. Like you're kicking a line drive kick. Like, dog, put some air under that. Like you literally, like they literally said that they saw the tendency with the kicker, and that's why they decided to like do what the Jordan Davis did, what he did there. Like he just literally just put his hands up because he knew that this kicker was trying to kick line drives right over the line. So it's just like, that was stupid. But yeah, I think that it really comes down to the poor secondary play, and Stafford just had some missed throws, and that one pick was just a force. Like I don't think he played particularly well. Vontae was not cooking him. Vontae may have had a few catches, but he was not cooking Quinyon Mitchell in that game. Hefe, do you have any thoughts?
Man, I think for them to answer the bell like that in the second half, it was fine. I was making fun of Jalen Hurts and F. through the table. Had me see Buddy was really could make the adjustments and ball. I think they're a pretty stout team, bro. The way they adjusted and came back like that. The only thing that make me look at that W a little weird is that how bad the Rams secondary is, and that's not what they took advantage of. But nonetheless, they took advantage of.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like,
but in my opinion, that secondary been bad. Like it's just that D line has been, that D line has just been very elite.
Be so good that
and finally the Eagles was like, bro, let's open up this playbook. Let's play aggressive. Give AJ Brown a chance. Give him a ball, bro. Throw it to him. Stop not looking his way. Just throw it to him.
I just didn't understand. I didn't understand the switch in defensive schemes for the Rams. Like I don't understand why they decided to play man coverage the way that they did in that second half. Because that's literally how they ended up losing, was because they decided to play.
They was trying to get to the quarterback. They tried.
Yeah.
Running man usually give you more time if your cornerbacks is good, but if your cornerback's not good, you just getting cut up.
That was stupid. I just thought that whole thing, that was just a bad idea for me, because the Eagles offense, they struggle more with the zone coverages than they do with the man-to-man ones. Like that's sometimes why it just takes Jalen Hurts such a long time to read the defense. He'll just be standing in the pocket for like 10 or seconds, and then that's when he'll just start running because he just doesn't trust what's in the backfield. But yeah, I think that for me, even though the Rams offensively, I think they got too cute in the second half, I think the switch in defensive schemes is what really lost the Rams that game.
Yeah, and Vontae had 3 catches catches for 56 yards, and
Yeah.
one of them being 40 yards. So like,
Yeah, he was
and
not
that
good.
was on Mitchell, so he didn't cook. He did
Puka
not.
was good. Puka was
Yeah,
really
Puka was the
good.
one that was cooking. Puka
Yeah,
was
Yeah,
cooking.
yeah, like 112 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And Kyron was doing good too. Like the
Yeah,
run game
Kyron
was
had a
good.
good game. That's why I said the run game in that first half. I mean, the whole defense was playing just rough, and then that second half it was a complete shift. I mean,
Yeah.
complete shift. Whole team.
Yep. All right, so we'll move on. We'll talk about the Bills versus Ravens game on Monday Night Football.
Lions.
Ravens get brutalized on the line of scrimmage on their way to that loss to make them 1-2. It was a tough game to watch, real tough game to watch. I'll just start it off like I'm done with this Ravens O-line is good. Like they're not good, bro. They have Tyler Linderbaum and that's it. Like the rest of their offensive line is trash and like not trash, but it's just not like it's not a top 10 offensive line. It's just not like it's this team is more and more becoming Lamar and Derrick Henry and friends. And Derrick Henry also choked that game again too. So it's just like I just like the pressure that they were getting on Goff was bad. They were getting dominated in the run. Like you can't put pressure on your offense to do that. And like Zay Flowers was relatively quiet. Like it just wasn't necessarily. Now Mark Andrews had a great game, but there's just a lot of holes on this Ravens team. But I'm not gonna panic on them yet because it's still early on in the season, and like as much as the Lions had a bad first game, like this team is still a really good team. It's still a top 5 team in the league, in my opinion. Like they have the talent, and like they're gonna be just fine. They're gonna be a tough team to beat, and they're in contention to win the NFC North. So, like at the end of the day, it was a tough game, but you got to move on. And shout out to David Montgomery, 12 carries for 150 yards is crazy.
Insane. Well, for me, the Bengals fan in me thought that shit was funny. Watching that secondary just dragged up and down the field. I mean, they were missing all sorts of assignments. I think they were also being put in not so good positions. They couldn't. It was lazy. It just looked lazy to me. Like they weren't even trying. It was almost like they were just banking on the offense to win them the game for them. And then I was very shocked that the Ravens offensive line looked like that. I was not expecting them to give up 7 whole sacks. And I think Lamar, a few of them were his fault because he was trying to make something out of nothing. There was nothing open. I think that's how that fumble happened when they were in the red zone. But yeah, that defense, they looked like they did last year in the first half. Like they legitimately looked that bad. They looked a little bit like the Bengals offense did last year, where they were just they had no answers for anything that the Lions were doing. And then Marlon Humphrey is starting to get on my last nerves. I don't know. I think he went on his live after the game and was explaining that he doesn't know why they were playing so bad or how to fix it. I don't know what the point of that was. Like they don't seem locked in at all. They don't seem like they're all on the same page. It was probably worse for the Lions game than it was in that last 5 minutes of the Bills game.
Amon-Ra being top 5, I don't know, but he's definitely top 7, and I'm not.
I don't know, Michael. I'm leaning top 5. It's getting there. It's getting to that point.
All right, so we'll talk. I'll name 5. So, is he better than Jamar or Jefferson?
No.
Is he better than AJB or CD?
No.
CD maybe.
I don't think he's better than CD.
He's not better.
No, Amon-Ra has better hands.
I think that's really it. So that's all you can say.
The yak is a conversation.
Nah, CD Yak is like what makes him like clear. I ain't gonna lie, he clears the Yak.
It's closer.
Not a conversation.
I think he's a better slot receiver. Like he's a better slot receiver.
No.
Oh, okay.
You need to watch the film on CD, Kenya. I'm sorry.
I will.
It must be done.
No, but the hands is people.
Amon-Ra being better than AJ, like it's easy to say that because AJ had 2 games where he didn't see the ball a lot, and like I'm not gonna like knock Amon-Ra's production. Like his production is crazy, but like AJ Brown is a monster though. Like he's a monster. Like you just saw what he did in that game against the Rams. Like he took over that game with 6 catches. Like,
and to be fair, like their offense, what the Lions, how the Lions run their offense, like it definitely benefits Amon-Ra very well, like how they scheme him up a little bit. I feel like they don't really do the same for AJ. Like he was saying, all they do is put him on the X. Like come outside on the X with me, and I'm gonna break you down like that. But Amon-Ra, they kind of move him around outside. They throw him in the slot. They do reverses and stuff like that. So it looks prettier. But in my opinion, AJ Brown is so physically imposing. His hands, and he can run routes. He can get separation. And Yak, I mean, it gotta be AJ right now though.
I mean, you could say he's 5, and I wouldn't be mad at it.
I wouldn't be mad, but like,
Yeah, that's where I have.
don't
I
know.
think that's where I have him.
Malik Neighbors or Amon-Ra?
No, not in the
now,
slot,
Amon-Ra.
Q. No, not in the slot. AJ don't got not in the slot, but it's just how
Right now,
physically
Amon-Ra.
dominant he is. I don't think Amon-Ra got that yet. He's bad.
Could AJ be in the slot? AJ could be in the slot, dude. I just think that I think AJ has good route running. The problem is that you can't put out a guy who's that physically imposing and that good of a deep threat in the slot.
Yeah, in the slot.
Unless you had a guy who was as good as him on the X. They don't have anybody that's better than him on the X, so why would you put him in the slot? Like he could play the slot, but he just isn't. You just can't have that. Yeah. But I mean, other than those 4, I'm not really mad at you saying that anyone else is better. Like I think he's better than Nico Collins. I think he's better than
I do too.
I actually kind of like Nico over Amon-Ra, but I think I got Amon right at 7. I'm gonna go Nico at 6. Then
I do think he's better than Nico.
Because I still have Tyreek. I still have Tyreek at 6. That's the thing.
So you think Tyreek is better than Amon-Ra?
I do.
Yes.
Okay, well then that's 5.
Yeah.
And I think Tyreek is still better too, but I'm not mad if somebody said that Amon-Ra is better than Tyreek. So,
but I think
I think he's top 7 for sure, but top 5 is a little crazy. But yeah, Marley, exactly. It's just there's just no reason to put somebody like that at the slot when he's your best X receiver. And Devontae is great, but it's just if you have AJ Brown and you put him on the X, that's pretty much what it is. Yeah. So AJ Brown's a really good route runner. He's just he's not the most overly quick guy, but he gets open and he can use his body to leverage for catches. So yeah, I think that I would still put him over. But yeah, we can move on to.
Oh wait! I gotta get my ass off.
Oh! Did you not say
on this game? I gotta get my ass off.
My bad.
Yeah, Ravens. So in my opinion, the secondary really wasn't that bad. I was looking back at it. Marlon had a bad game. Marlon, he was really the only person in the secondary, in my opinion, that played terrible. But Awuzie and Nate Wiggins had a good game. I think, in my opinion, this was the worst and most embarrassing performance that I ever seen from a Ravens D-line and linebacking core. Roquan Smith was terrible. Teddy Buchanan was terrible. He wasn't hitting the holes. They wasn't hitting the gaps. They were playing soft. They was getting moved around. And that whole D-line, it was just terrible. The interior was terrible. Edge was terrible. No pressure. We didn't sack Jared Goff not one time. That was an embarrassing. I know Ray Lewis and Haloti Ngata, Terrell Suggs, and them boys. I know they rolling in their bed watching that because that's a bad performance defensively. And then the O-line was just as bad. I mean, the O-line was terrible. But I've been saying this last year. I even said it. The O-line wasn't that great last year. Lamar just got him out of a lot of situations. That's just what it is. Okay, if you look from last year, look at this year. It's the same O-line. We didn't change anything. It's the same O-line from last year. So it's been this bad. Now it's finally being shown, and teams are dominating, really showing they can dominate our O-line now. We also don't have our fullback, Pat Ricard. So I think that's also a big, a bigger loss in that, blocking wise and run blocking and pass protection. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to overreact with the Ravens. At the end of the day, it's I'm actually kind of not glad, but I'm happy we're kind of getting these losses out. Just get these losses out now. Hopefully we can fix things towards the middle of the season and be ready for playoffs. But just an embarrassing loss.
Super Bowl aspirations, you could definitely overreact. But I don't think they're missing out on the playoffs, though.
Yeah, no, not playoffs. But if we don't fix this defense, we're not going nowhere near.
This is what the pressure is going to be and what the coverage is going to be. And at the end of the day, the coverage was bad, but it's also just when you can't get pressure like that, like good luck.
That's why I said the secondary didn't play that bad. Marlon played bad. It was just the linebacking core. Like Roquan, his
They need an
coverage
edge
skill
rusher. They need
is
to get an edge rusher.
literally bad, bro. He can't guard shit across the middle. Him and
Yeah.
Teddy Buchanan. I mean, it was bad with them. And then we get no pressure. The edge rusher is cooked. Mike Green, like he's developing, but he's making a lot of mistakes. I watched a little bit of his film the other day, and he just does a little bit too much at the point of attack. He has all the athleticism in the world, but he got to develop a little more. And other than that, I mean, Odafe Owe, he just had 10 sacks last year. He's been so quiet this season, hasn't done anything. Madubuike was gone, so again, that killed our D line. That was really our biggest thing. It was Madubuike, and being injured killed the D line. I mean, it killed the D line. So he's gonna be gone for a couple of weeks, and it's gonna be rough looking at this D line without him.
Yeah. All right. So then we'll move on. Hefe, do you want to say anything?
I mean, all I'm gonna say is this, bro. That defense had Jared Goff looking like he did last year. I don't think Jared Goff is that good. I think that defense really just couldn't put him in the pot and heat him up at all. Like nobody got to him. Nobody made him feel worried. He even had some plays where he thought he was Lamar running out the pocket, trying to throw a platform. It's just I expect more out of the Ravens.
I get that, but like I still think that he has to get credit. No matter
For sure, because he did what he's supposed to do. But we all know when Jared Goff, when he get that heat, he's not the same guy.
No.
And I think they couldn't get to him at all. And it was so weird seeing because that's not what we know about a Ravens defense.
Yeah, you got to be able to speed up Goff. I mean, it's like that for every quarterback, but especially for Goff. You either have to speed him up or you have to get up early on them.
I said it before the game. I said if we don't get pressure on Jared Goff, we will lose this game. I said that. I knew that was going to happen, especially with no Madubuike. I mean, we're going to lose a lot of games. I was looking at my fault. Just continue.
Sacks, bro.
And yeah, 7 sacks is bad.
Some of those were like Lamar doing too much, but on those specific plays, it was like third down, and Lamar's trying to make something happen.
Yeah. I think Lamar was the best thing for him that night, bro.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
He was throwing dots all over the place.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's a monster. And honestly, they could have won that game, but Derrick Henry fumbled. Like
he fumbled. Yeah, we were only down 4. After saying all of that, we was only down 4 points. And he fumbled. And that, it changed the momentum of the game. I was looking at some of our games we have. We have the Texans and Rams coming up after this Chiefs game. And those are 2 crazy D lines. I mean, we have a gauntlet. We've done had a gauntlet. So I don't know what our O-line, and I don't know. And if we don't, against the Texans, if we can't get pressure on that O-line, this season is bad. That would be an absolute problem.
Mike Green break out though, bro.
Somebody better break out because there's no way we don't.
So many team schedules is front loaded with these hard defenses.
Yeah, we have. We got tough. We got a tough couple weeks. ahead of us.
Yes. Ours isn't looking that much better either. So
we can move on though. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No worries. Okay, so we'll move on to the Cowboys and the Bears. I just want to ask the question. Is this a turning point for Caleb Williams, or is this, an outlier game? Hefe, start it off.
I'm gonna say this, man. I don't take nobody serious to have a good game against Dallas secondary. I respect him for having a good game. He did what he's supposed to do. Congratulations, but everybody eating off that secondary right now. So I don't take nobody serious to go against that defense.
Facts.
I would say, Caleb did look good. That secondary is goddamn piss poor. Goddamn, they looking as bad as us. Maybe worse than us. That defense is bad. But do I think the Bears? I think this is a stepping stone. I think I want to see what they can kind of do after this. Do they have that momentum to go into the next game and play similar? So I guess we're gonna see in that area, but. I know this Cowboys Packers game gonna be crazy, so I'm just say that.
Kenya?
I think it's more of a confidence booster. Like I don't know if they're just gonna start rattling off wins these next few weeks. But I definitely think it's a confidence booster. The offense did seem like they were more in sync with each other. But yeah, that Cowboys defense is putrid. Russell Wilson just threw for 500 yards and look where he is now. So no, I'm taking it with a grain of salt. What did he just say?
Top 10 agendas for Caleb Williams. For
No,
Melvin.
not yet. No, not yet.
One game, Melvin. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
I feel like that was a joke, but I really don't know with Melvin.
I think he's serious, man.
He loves his Bears. Let him have it. Let him have his fun.
Melvin, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Shout out to you, bro. I see. I said there was a really good chance that we would lose this game, or at least the Bears would cook us offensively. But my heart made me choose the Cowboys to win this game. But like when you said belt to ass, bro, you were right, bro. And you might have said it. The motivations for you saying it might have been a little bad faith because you
Jordan Love not in my top 10.
Jordan Love is in your top 10, but not okay. See, this is what we're doing.
Yeah,
This is where you go too far.
Who was over Jordan Love?
Melvin, this is where you go too far, game.
Oh my God.
You're going too
Jordan
far.
Love is not in my top 10.
I don't see how. I don't see how.
You're going.
Oh, I got 10 easy. I got 10 easily, bro.
Please let him name it.
What I'll say is this.
Yes, they were holding.
I will get Caleb Williams gets credit, bro. I don't care. In NFL, you have 140 passer rating. You did something right. Like, he played a phenomenal game. Like, all credit in the world to him. But at the end of the day, bro, it's like our defense is so bad. It is horrible. Like, talk about the Ravens pass rush. The Cowboys, at least y'all played a good offensive line. Like a legit top 5 O-line. Like, we played the Bears O-line, which is average at best. No disrespect to you, Melvin, but it is average at best. Like, and we got cooked. We got 5 pressures and 50 plays. Caleb Williams had all day to throw. And like at the end of the day, you have to speed any young quarterback, but especially Caleb Williams. Like, you got to speed him up. You have to speed him up. And we just didn't do that. And like Romeo Dunze looked great. You know, DJ Moore had a solid game, but I'm still putting out a bull on him. I need to see more from him. But it's not top 10, no bias though, Melvin. It's not. Because if that would have been the case, then it's like you wouldn't have your offensive line will look better against the Vikings and the Lions. Like, it's just like that's just cap. Also, like they ran the ball on us like 8 straight times in that game. Like all I'm saying is, like, Melvin, you're making a lot of these assumptions off of this Cowboys defense, which might be the worst defense in the NFL. And like, I'm not gonna say too much on Trayvon Diggs, but like the press bail shit, like, it's just so dead to me. Like, press bail, like, it's a good concept, but it's like if that's the only way you're playing press, like,
the Raiders defense is not that good either.
I just refuse to believe that, like, you can turn your back to a receiver and lock him up. Like, it's, to me, that's just such a foreign concept for me. Like, turning your back to a receiver, and I get he slipped on that play, but still, like, I just don't like the press bail technique stuff. And like, but it's not just on Trayvon Diggs, bro. It's like it doesn't matter what corners you'd have with this pass rush, bro. If you can't get pressure on quarterbacks and speed their shit up and you leave them in the pocket for 5 seconds, like, good luck, bro. And you run on them like that, good luck. Like, there's just no redeeming qualities on this defense other than what's his name, Kenny Clark, and he's just one player. And as good as he is, like, he's not like freaking Aaron Donald. He's not like a top 3 defensive tackle. So it's just like, this is just a garbage defense. And like, yeah, Daron Bland and Trayvon Diggs, they were all pros, but those guys are guys who get interceptions when quarterbacks make bad plays, when they're sped up. When you have a Micah Parsons who can get pressure and who can make them make bad decisions. They're not lockdown coverage guys. So yeah, this defense is cooked. And the one thing I see Cowboys Nation like blaming Matt Eberflus and stuff, and it's like, we got to blame the players for that game, bro. Like, they were just trash in that game. Like, on that touchdown where that guy was wide open, like, that was just bad defense. Like, that one guy was moving to the left when there was 2 guys. It was a 2-on-1 on that side, and he's moving to the left. He's not staying disciplined in his zone. It's just bad defense. Like, I don't care. There's no coach that can make this defense work. There's literally 0 coach. Steve Spagnuolo couldn't make this defense work. No chance. Freaking Bill Belichick couldn't make this defense work. Guarantee that. So yeah, we suck, and we're not making the playoffs. We're screwed this year. You can watch this year, and I'm putting it in the air right now. The Cowboys will finish with maybe 7 wins. Maybe that's a maybe.
I mean,
But the next couple games, Green Bay, we're gonna get fried. Trust me, we're gonna get fried.
And Jerry keep talking. I mean, he just
Yeah,
making
sure.
it worse. But
And at
Michael
this-
got all types of bullets in.
right at this point, the only team making the playoffs in that division is the Eagles, and there's everybody else. Because I don't know about the Commanders.
I mean, the Commanders are still in a race if they can, because I expect JD to come back within the next 2 weeks because they haven't he hasn't been ruled out early in the week. It's been late week rule out, so I don't think that it'll be something to where he won't play for like six weeks or something like that. But it's definitely concerning that the injury might linger. But I do think that they still have a shot, but it's going to be tough for them too. But yeah, the Eagles are the only real lock.
Yeah.
But if they can stay 500 by the time JD comes back, I think that they have a shot. But yeah. And also you guys didn't even have you had 3 cornerbacks out in that game. And like Dak, I think Dak played well. I think the game was already cooked by the time Dak started making bad mistakes. That first interception was on George Pickens for tipping that. And then the second one was on 4th down. He forced that ball, but it's a turnover either way. So just to me, that doesn't matter. Neither of those matter. But yeah. Hefe already went. Kenya?
Oh, I think I went too.
Yeah, we already went. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so is your boy. Anyway, let's see. Is there any other games? Oh yeah, we'll go over Green Bay versus Cleveland real quick. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch much of this game, but I just want to say Myles Garrett is the best edge rusher of the 2020s for sure. He is the best edge rusher like I've watched with my own 2 eyes, bro. Like edge rusher, like because Aaron Donald I think is still better, but like I'm not gonna lie, like JJ Watt is like, yeah, I can still hate on Caleb, but you had one game against probably the worst defense in the league. Like, I'm not even a hater. I'm just being honest too. Like, I like Caleb. I loved Caleb coming out the draft. My guy.
How old is
he was
Melvin
gonna
Bear?
be the next Patrick Mahomes, bro. I was on that train, but he's just been bad. So I can't.
How old is this guy? Sounds like a damn middle schooler the way he's talking to you.
Like, I think he said he's like 17 or something. Like, no, I don't have no problem with him. Like,
it's
like,
just the way he
shit,
talks
bro.
to somebody.
Like, pop your shit, but it's like, anyway, we'll move on to the Packers. Look, I want to say Myles Garrett's a monster. That defense is crazy good, and it was a bad loss for the Packers, but I'm not necessarily like, are they the best team in the NFL by far? Like we were kind of making out to be, probably not, but also it's just like,
okay,
they're still a good team, and in the NFL, it's any given Sunday, especially with the defense like that. Like it's a bad loss, but I'm not gonna overreact. Kenya,
I can't believe you ain't bring up the
oh, shoot, I just yeah, I'll go. Yeah, the Browns' entire defense is just one of the best in the league. I wasn't that surprised. I didn't think they'd win the game, but I also wasn't that surprised that they stifled the Packers' offense in the way that they did. I will say, what's his name? Jaden Higgins, the wide receiver 1 for the Packers. He had an easy touchdown. I don't know why he went out of bounds.
You mean Matthew Golden?
Matthew Golden. I'm sorry, yeah. Matthew Golden. Yeah, he had an easy touchdown. I don't know why he went out of bounds the way that he did. The ball wasn't even thrown out of bounds. It wasn't even going in that direction. It was leading him to go to the end zone. So I don't know why he went out of bounds. He might have just lost control of his where he was. But yeah, they could have. The Packers could have won that game. That Packers O-line, I think they were down 3 starters. So it was just a mess for the Packers offense. So I was shocked at how they won. How the Browns won, but I wasn't that surprised that they were able to stop the Packers offense at all. The Packers offense, I'm still a little concerned about it just because I still feel like they don't have a solidified dog at wide receiver for a wide receiver 1. I just don't. I know the wide receiver 1 they have is Matthew Golden. I know he's new and he's a rookie and everything, but still they need a big body type of guy. To me, a solidified route runner, somebody that can actually get open.
When Jalen Reed when he was healthy, he was looking like wide receiver 1.
But they were all looking like wide receiver 1s at points. That's just so confusing. It's just so confusing.
I think losing him really kind of hurt their offense a little bit.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to, and also it's like they played the Commanders and the. Who was the first team they played? It was the Commanders and the Lions, and both of those team secondaries aren't like anything crazy. So I think that's partially it. And like, I think that like a lot of those plays were honestly either LaFleur like cooking something up that got a man open, or like Jordan Love like making some really nice tight window throws and zone coverage. Like there wasn't a crazy amount of winning man really other than Jaden Reed. And I do think that like they just need to get Matthew Golden the ball, because like in the games that I've watched on film, he's been getting open. It just the connection hasn't worked yet. But yeah, I think that this receiving core is kind of regressing back to like what they were a little bit. And it's also just like they couldn't really protect. They just really had no way to stop Myles Garrett. So it's just like he was just eating the entire game. So I think it's a bad loss, but it's any given Sunday. So I'm not necessarily worried about this team though. Hefe?
Man, I think this was a trap game for sure. I think Green Bay walked in there smelling themselves. Y'all heard how they was talking before the game. Oh yeah, we could easily, you know what I'm saying, it's easily a top 10 team and all that. I think they went in there smelling themselves, looking at the Bears as the same old Bears when I said Bears, Jesus, Browns. When this Browns team has a defense right now, they just trying to figure out on offense. I think they shouldn't be looked down upon no more right now, especially the way they perform and the way they performed against Dallas Ravens offense.
So our offense put 33 on their head. I was happy after watching the Packers.
Y'all never played them hard though. You know what I'm saying? I think the Packers went in there with they
yeah, for sure. They didn't play it hard. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they got checked. I think they got checked. Yeah. You know what I'm
saying? Shout out what's his name? Mason Graham too. He played well.
Mason
I just think like, look, the Packers were going to go undefeated, and they're not a perfect team.
This is not. I don't know who said that. The offensive line.
Nobody said that. Nobody said
one
that.
One of the players
said it.
Well, I mean, I'm not mad if the players say something like that, because they're supposed to think that. You can't walk, but Kenya, you can't walk into a game. Yeah, what do you mean? You, as a team, you're supposed to think you go undefeated. You're supposed to go into every single game like you're going to win. Kenya, wait.
Winning is okay. You should walking into every single game thinking you're going to win is fine. Going undefeated is different. Those are two different things.
Logically, it's the same thing.
Oh, I feel like you're just setting us up
when
for failure.
You step on the field, you expect to win. You can't go into a game thinking that you're going to lose. You have to go into a game thinking you're going to win, or you will get blown out. That's how it works when you play, like, especially in the NFL. You have to have confidence in yourself. That's why it's just like Tommy Castellano saying that they were going to go and beat Alabama.
Okay,
people were trashing him when he did that.
Yeah.
But like, what else is he supposed to say? Is he supposed to say they're going to lose? Like, you can't think about that either. You get smoked. So I'm not mad at them saying that, but like, yeah, that's just the reality of the NFL. You're going to lose. Like,
I guess it's based off how the game played out. It's like, oh, maybe you shouldn't have said that. You know, that's just kind of the conversation that's happening now.
I mean, saying it publicly, like, maybe, but at the end of the day, that's just what it is. Like,
yeah,
you're going to every game expecting
to win. To having fun with a talented team like that. With a talented team like that, you think you're too good to play somebody and show up on the day, and then you get checked. I think that way it don't happen again.
That is the other part of it. It's like, you can't go in thinking you're better. You're just gonna go walk in and smack a team without trying. That's also the part of it that you get into hot waters with if you have a mentality, oh yeah, we're gonna go and win this game. You're not when I say you're gonna go and win the game, you're not thinking, oh, like we don't even have to try. Like you're gonna play the best that you can. But yeah, this is looking tough right now. Anyway,
he moves like Collar, Tommy Castellano.
Yeah.
He kind of moves like
the next
Collar type.
Short king.
Oh my god, this game is I'm about to tear my eyes out.
Yeah, it's looking
I cannot believe what's happening.
Yeah.
He can score in his job.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, we will move on to predictions and then we'll get out of here. Obviously, we got a short group today, so we'll have a short pod. 3 games.
Shit. Oh god. Fuck. Oh fuck. We just do a pick.
Damn,
you're way ahead of me. Okay.
Yeah, you ahead of me too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you good.
I don't care. I
I
don't
don't
care.
care. Yeah,
Wait, let me
Oh
see this
my
play real
God.
quick. Oh, that was dog. Yeah, that was the dog ass throw. But there wasn't really anyone open too. But yeah, I don't know
I
what
don't
he's
get the
supposed to
play
do
call.
there. I try to go run that shit at least, but
Oh, he was open.
um,
He was
all
on.
right.
Okay, go ahead.
Vikings versus Steelers in London or wherever Germany. I don't know exactly where it is, but it's an
Yeah,
international game, 6:30. You can miss me with this game. Hefe, we'll start it off.
I don't know, man. I feel like anybody not JJ McCarthy could make that team work. Anybody not JJ McCarthy. That's the way it seems, but I don't know if
But
this
it's able
this
to
still a
turn
defense
on
gonna
JJ.
wake up or if the Vikings gonna maul them, but that's really two ways it could go. Either the Vikings gonna maul them or the Steelers defense gonna wake up and it's gonna be a competitive game.
Yeah, that Patriots Steelers game. I don't know. It rubbed the wrong way. The Steelers, I low key feel they should have lost that to the
Yeah,
Patriots.
they should have.
Yeah, they did. They did. You know, they got it at the end of the game. You know, they were able to finish the game. The Vikings. I don't know. Carson Wentz didn't really look good, but I guess he doesn't really have to because that team is pretty good. He just has to kind of manage it. That defense is really good. I think they're gonna cause some problems with Aaron Rodgers. That D line. I think those edge rushers with what's his name? Uh,
Who?
Greenard, but Greenard. I like Greenard.
No.
Yeah, Greenard. The pressure. You know, they got great defense. I'ma probably lean towards the Vikings. I think Vikings pass. They pull it up. Close game.
Kenya?
Yeah, I don't care about this game either. I'm probably not even gonna watch it, but I'm gonna go Vikings like 17-10. Something
Wait,
like
so that's all three of y'all pick Vikings?
yeah. I don't. The Steelers are not good. The offensive line is not good.
I
I
think they
think the
got
defense is
beat.
regressing.
Wait,
Yeah,
so we think a Carson Wentz led Vikings are beating this team.
the defense.
I'm gonna
The
go Steelers.
Vikings defense is better than the Steelers.
I wouldn't be
defense.
surprised if the Steelers won though. Honestly, I think it'd be a
would.
close game.
I just don't like.
Carson Wentz isn't moving me.
He's not moving
Neither is
either.
Aaron
That's why I
Rodgers.
said he's not moving me.
Neither is Aaron
And
Rodgers.
I will say the Steelers' offensive line isn't good at all. It's bad.
Yeah.
But I think that Jordan Addison coming back makes it interesting. But I'm just gonna go Steelers off of principle that I don't think Carson Wentz is.
And the run game, the Steelers' run game is terrible.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
bad.
Like
Jalen
Jordan
Warren-
Mason can definitely, you know,
Oh,
he
yeah.
can do some damage on that D line.
Yeah, God, the Patriots' run game is trash.
And they were
But-
still able to do something against the Steelers.
I just don't believe in Carson Wentz, man. I just don't.
No, I feel you.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that.
But okay, yeah, we'll move on. Commanders at Falcons. No JD. I'll start it off. Give me the Falcons in a rebound game. I just don't think that. I just don't think that the Commanders are going to repeat that with Marcus Mariota at the helm again.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go Falcons. Same score, 17-10. I think it'll be low scoring.
Also, yeah, I refuse to do scores because scores are just too hard. But you guys can do scores if you want. I just don't. Like
It's just
scores.
fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Falcons too. No Terry McLaurin, no Jane Daniels. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be hard for them to keep up. If the Falcons are hitting on all cylinders and the run game is moving and MBJ is not playing like a bot, you know, they should win this game.
Yeah, like a
Going
straight
off
fun.
what I seen last week, how they played against the Carolina Panthers, you could say it was a divisional game, but I don't know, man. Mariota don't play bad coming in behind Jaden Daniels. He actually played pretty good. Give me the Commanders.
Okay. We'll go Bills or Saints at the Bills. Hefe, start us off.
Oh my god.
Can we skip this one, bro? I don't think nobody.
Bills, just say Bills and we can move on.
Man, the Bills, that schedule, boy. They
Yeah,
got
get
Ravens, Dolphins. Who else?
Bills.
Jets. Yeah, Jets, Ravens, Dolphins, Jets, and Saints. Like, man.
That could hurt them come when it's time to play tough though.
Hefe, I hope your brother's not going to watch this game because it'll probably be a massacre.
Trust me, after that last game, bro, he was bad.
I remember the crash house last year were amazing.
It was more funny. Yeah, it was more funny.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll go Bills obviously too. All right. Lions or Browns at Lions.
I think the Lions win this. It could be a trap game, but I'm still. Well, if Mason Graham and Miles Garrett can affect this game on a defensive end and keep it close, maybe the Browns might slip it out another win. I don't know.
That'd be a.
That's a hard scratch. I don't know if they can do that with the
Give
Lions.
me the Browns. Give me the Browns.
Wow. Okay.
I'm going to Browns.
I think I'm gonna still go Lions.
Miles Garrett's gonna terrorize the hell out of God.
That's a good old line. That's not like a bumble line, you know.
Yeah, I mean the Packers line not bad. He's
Well, they
still
were-
the tackle was still telling his quarterback to run. So,
Well, no, but the Packers O-line had like 3 starters out though. That was also an issue. I mean, this is a healthy Lions O-line, so I mean, I'm gonna go Lions here. I still think offensively they just have a lot of firepower. But if that Browns defense gets pressure on Jared Goff, then that's when mistakes are gonna happen. So it's gonna be a close game.
I don't know. Isaiah Bond might be a factor in this one.
Yeah, this is most likely going to be a disgustingly ugly game. Well, actually, no, not most likely. I would say there's a chance of it being ugly, but I still have to go the Lions because, like, the Browns haven't put up any points this year. They've literally won. They won scoring 10 points, and they put up, like, under 20 in both the other games. Like, I just don't – I think this Lions team is talented enough to where they're going to put up enough points to win.
Yeah.
And I feel like that the Lions secondary isn't that good, but I don't think that the Browns are talented enough to exploit that, to be honest, especially with like Jay Flack at the helm. And honestly, it's also like the Browns will piss me off if they're in playoff contention because they still don't have a quarterback. So it's just
Question. Since we just seen in New York, you know, with Jackson Dart going in, what are we thinking about the Browns? Should Dylan Gabriel go in? Should Shador maybe go in? How are we feeling about that? Is it worth keep playing Joe Flacco for the rest of the season? Or you just throw one of the rookies in there?
I mean,
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I think Dylan was good in that second game. Like he had a solid preseason. I just don't think that he's still going to be that good of a quarterback. I just don't. But also to that point, I mean, Flacco is bad. I just don't know what the Browns want to do. It's just that we have no like real idea of what their narratives are. We knew that the Giants loved Dart, especially because of how he played, that they were going to try to put him in. Like you could just see that. But with the Browns, just like I don't even know what they're trying to do. I don't even know if like Dylan Gabriel is in their long-term plans. Like I already know Shador is not. Like Shador is definitely not.
Yeah, he's leaving. He's gone.
Shador is definitely.
Yeah, I just think that Joe Flacco, he's managing the game, so he's not making so many mistakes. I just don't see the point in putting Dylan Gabriel in there.
I'm not gonna lie, the Saints really took this L, bro. They should have.
Sorry, go. Sorry.
For sure.
Yeah, Spencer Rattler though.
He is looking decent.
He looks good.
He's looking decent.
Good.
He is.
But yeah, okay. Titans at Texans. Do the Titans or the Texans get their first win of the year?
Oh my god, I forgot to
This game sucks.
It's gonna be a bad week for Dodd if the Texans lose this one.
I'm going. Yeah, the Texans gotta win this. I mean, bro, it's the
both defenses are good. I think the Titans defense is pretty good. Both offensive lines are terrible. Both offenses are terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. The Texas offense is basically CJ and Nico. You just play pitch and catch, and hopefully we can run the ball here and there. That's their offense with a terrible line. That's basically it. So, I don't. It's sad over there. I feel bad for CJ, man.
I just think that from what I've seen from Cam Ward, he's made some throws, some really impressive ones that at least puts up a points on the board. So I think I'm going to go upset here, even if this even is one. I'm going to go Titans. It's going to be like 10-3. I mean, it's going to be ugly.
Yeah, give me the Texans. I just feel like the Titans defense is good. I feel like the Texans defense is like
better.
Top 5 conversation defense.
Yeah, sure.
I just don't see the Titans being able to do anything with it.
Yeah, it can't work. I struggle.
But it'll probably be a nasty game. Actually, no, I have a feeling that the Texans might just have a really good offensive game. Like not off of like anything reasonable, just basically my intuition.
Yeah.
But
They hungry to get that first win.
yeah, I feel like just how bad they've been on offense, like they might have a blow up game.
Yeah.
But we'll go Panthers at Patriots. A very interesting game, actually. Very interesting game here. I'm going to take. Damn, that's a tough one. Damn. I'm gonna go Carolina here.
Is Gonzalez playing? Do we know?
I'm not sure actually. He's
Or
been
look
gone
it
for a
up.
minute.
Because that would change.
Because him on Tet, that would be a great
exactly. If he's
matchup.
on Tet, I might go Patriots.
That's a good matchup.
He would have Tet. If Tet goes crazy, damn, I would apologize to him.
He's been looking good though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
He's been looking good, but
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's worthy of me apologizing for him. But if he goes off against what's his name?
Come on, Mike. Come on, dog.
Yeah, his
Come
catch
on,
radius
dog.
is crazy.
No,
I
I'll
Yeah.
admit that I'm wrong, but I'm not gonna. I'll admit that I'm wrong, but I'm not gonna apologize. It's not that.
Okay.
I like that.
If Gonzalez is playing, I don't know.
Yeah, there's still no word.
Yeah, I just don't know about this one.
I
I don't
think
like any of the wide receivers for the Patriots, and I don't.
Tate been nice.
And Tet's really the only bright spot
Who do you-
for the Panthers. Xavier Legette sucks. I'm gonna go Panthers. It'll be like 24-20.
Bryce
I'm
Young
going
legacy game.
Patriots because I heard they might Henderson Trayvon Henderson starting to get some of those number one reps his last
As he should.
couple practices.
That
You
dog
know,
needs it.
Let's see what he does. This defense isn't crazy. He can go off against this defense. The O-line can block a little bit, so he's getting
Based
them
off of
first team reps.
agendas, we
Based off
both
of
need Henderson, but
Nah,
you need
facts.
Henderson for fantasy. So
Facts.
yeah.
I need this to be like one of his breakout games, and then we can finally just bench Ramondre Stevenson and bench Gibson, stop giving them touches, and then Henderson go crazy, man. That's what I hope. So I'm going Patriots. I
I
didn't
don't know,
reasons.
bro. I think that Carolina defense is real, bro, and I think they just got it together. Yeah, Brown just got back, bro. I think they really gonna be a force.
Oh yeah,
Stacey
Derek Brown.
Horn's top
Derek
10
Brown.
for sure. That's
I
for
think
sure.
that Falcons offense just played really bad. I don't know if that Panthers defense is as good as it is.
JC Horn is straps though.
He is.
Yeah,
strapped.
he is.
He
And
is.
Derek Brown actually played well too.
Yeah, he is strapping.
But that's not an actually. Obviously, he's good. But yeah, I do. I just like Carolina. I like the Patriots too still a little bit, but I also just feel like that. I just have a feeling about Carolina. I'm having the feeling about the Bryce Legacy game.
Yeah.
Well, we need one of those Drake games, man. I need, Drake may have been low key
do need
silently good, so.
Yeah, we do need. We actually need a 30-point shootout from both of them. And then
I would love that. I would actually love that from these two teams. Give me a shootout game.
We need both legacy games.
Yeah.
Chargers at Giants. Hefe.
Give me Chargers, man.
Hey, man, I low key want to, because the Chargers been playing really, really good these last few games. And it's like, one game they got to just like, kind of go under the belt and kind of take a L. Maybe, Jackson Dart comes in and, maybe he comes in. I don't know. This could be a little something. Maybe he's just high off of adrenaline, the pressure didn't get to him and he ball out. That defense gets some stops. It's not crazy. He force feed Neighbors and what's his name? Wan'Dale Robinson, they got some weapons. Maybe Cam, he goes off. I can see the Giants maybe pulling out a close game against the
That's a good team.
Chargers. I think I'm gonna go with Giants on just like Evan type of thing. Throw in there. Go to Giants.
I see. Throwing a monkey wrench in the hole.
Yeah. Chargers should win though. Honestly, Chargers should win this game. They've been playing really good. They've been elite.
I'm going Chargers like 30-10. I'm not into the whole Jackson Dart thing. Oh my god, I'm so
Chargers. Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm off my hate train to Jackson Dart because he's kind of nice. So I don't hate him, but I don't think that they're winning this game. No shot. But I do. I don't want him to be like top 5 quarterback because then the Cowboys would have to deal with him. And I want our never end. Honestly, I could
that would be tough. Like back to back, Jaden Daniels 1 year, and then you have Jackson Dart just out of nowhere, and then all 4 of y'all are just elite quarterbacks on one
right.
kind of.
Yeah. But all I know is that Giants haven't beat us since 2016. That's all I care about. So,
Yeah.
okay, we'll move on. Eagles at Buccaneers.
Yeah,
Give
but
me, ooh, this is Hefe's game right here.
yes, it
He's
is.
been
I've been
waiting
waiting
for
for
it
this.
all
I've been waiting for
season
this. I've been
long.
waiting for this. Yes.
He's been waiting for this. He's wanted the smoke, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go. Oh, I'm gonna have to go Philly. I'm gonna have to go Philly.
Is Mike
Ah,
Evans playing?
I do think
No,
the
he's still
Bucks
out.
have a shot in this game though. Like
I think
I
Mike Evans is
really
still out.
do, but I just think I just gotta give it to Philly, bro. It's gonna be tough to beat this team, and I'm gonna be genuinely honest. Other than Igbuka and Mayfield, this team really hasn't. The Bucks haven't like sold me as like a beating the Eagles level team. Obviously, I think they're gonna win the division and to make the playoffs for sure. But I just don't think that they've reached their peak.
Oh, come on. Hold on. Sorry. Touchdown. Yes.
Let's
Yeah.
go, baby. I'm actually on the FSU U train. Wait, no. Hefe, you're going last as the biggest homer, as the GOAT Bucks homer. Kenya.
Sorry. My mom is watching the game so I can hear her screaming. Wait, hold on. I have to see if he actually caught this. My mom is screaming. Okay. Yeah, I just think there's too many injuries on the Bucks O line. No Chris, no Godwin. I'm going Philly.
Yeah, I'm going Philly. You know,
Sorry.
Jalen has a good game. You know, if Baker Mayfield wins this game, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna give him a little respect. You know, because I honestly I see Philly kind of winning this game, but I think it's still gonna be close. The Bucks usually play they got the Philly number. They do have they have Philly numbers, so I wouldn't be surprised if Bucks came in there and won the game. Off have a good game plan. They run the ball efficiently, but I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
Hefe?
I'm gonna say this. You know what I'm saying, just some key guys coming back. Tristan Wirfs coming back. Getting our center. We're gonna get our center back, get our guard back. Chris Godwin is definitely playing. I think.
Oh, I didn't know.
We would be detrimental. Everything we're gonna do is gonna be detrimental to Philly. In the last few times that we played Philly, we 4 out of 5 games we won. I think it's gonna be the same. Yeah, you can say it's injuries. Yeah, you can say, but I think it's the matchup between Todd Bowles and Jalen Hurts, and I think that's gonna continue. I think we're gonna beat on Philly. I really do. We got depth this year. We look good this year. That's all I got to say.
Okay. And then we'll go Jags at 49ers. Hefe started off.
Give me Jags.
Jags. Dot. Kenya.
I'm gonna go 49ers.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go 49ers. Yeah, what am I even thinking? Yeah, Jags are gonna get this. Might be a blowout, low key. I don't trust the Jags at all. The offense just sucks. I love their defense, but their
I agree.
And then we'll go Ravens at Chiefs. Or no, wait. Oh yeah. Colts at Rams. I missed that game.
Oh, I'm sticking with my Daniel Jones take. I'm going Colts.
Hefe?
Yeah, I think the Colts gonna beat the shit out.
Wait, what? You think they're gonna beat the? Well, I don't know about that, but yeah, they're definitely gonna beat them. It'll be close though.
Yeah, give me the Rams and the bounce back.
Bad.
Yeah, it is bad. It's terrible.
And the way that they can run the ball as well as pass it.
Yeah, it's a Tyler Warren game. I think it's definitely a Tyler Warren, Jonathan Taylor game.
Yeah, give me the Rams and bounce back. I just don't think that I think that the Colts are a good team. I just don't think that they're going to continue being undefeated. I think they're going to lose eventually, and I feel like that this game, this is a game to do it. And the Rams have enough talent offensively to exploit that defense. Although the defense is solid, like it's not a bad defense. I just think that
both secondaries aren't very good. So
yeah, I think there's going to be a regression to the mean essentially. Then Ravens at Chiefs.
There is just no confidence at all with both of these teams. I'm going to pick the Ravens just because of Lamar, and that's pretty much it.
Hefe?
I'm going with the Chiefs. At least they got a defense. They ain't got the best offense.
Do
but
they,
got a
though?
defense. Yeah.
It's not. I mean, it's not like it has been in the past, but
I
they're
mean,
gettable still. They're gettable.
they held Philly to 20 points.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. Give me the Ravens. Give me the Ravens. They're just the better team. The Chiefs just have nothing other than Mahomes and I guess Kelsey.
Worthy's coming back, but still, I'm not that confident.
Their
about it.
defense. Yeah. No, I don't like Worthy. Worthy's not that good.
Yeah.
Bears at Raiders.
Give me Bears.
Bears.
Give me the Raiders. Give me the Raiders.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, give me the Raiders. Packers at Cowboys.
Packers.
I was about to say give me the Cowboys. Give me the Packers in a shellacking. Packers and Jordan love J World, and they're gonna kill us. I know they are. F dot.
That was my fault.
No, it's all good. This is the last game. Packers at Cowboys.
Yeah, I think the Packers is winning this. I think Mike is gonna have a little revenge game here. He's gonna showboat. It's gonna be crazy. But I think Dak is gonna compete though. I think they can go back
nice
for
talking about some little revenge game, bro. He's going big on this one.
Are we doing Monday too? Are we doing the Monday games?
Oh, did y'all see
there's
the
two.
Chiefs game? Chiefs Ravens?
Oh, we did.
Yeah. Okay. F dot here. The ones that you missed, we'll ring them off. So Colts.
You don't gotta do all of them. You can just do like the main ones for real.
Okay, yeah, Ravens at Chiefs.
Oh my god.
What did y'all go with?
We went with Ravens.
Ravens.
Except for Hefe went Chiefs.
Chiefs. Yeah. They might get Xavier Worthy back, but honestly, I think this is like one of the Chiefs' worst teams they've had in the Mahomes era. I think if there's gonna be a team we beat in the regular season, it should be this team. Honestly, I think we should win this game. Obviously, it's the Chiefs. It's in Arrowhead, so it's not gonna be easy, but I think we should win. I think we're mad right now. They mad too.
Yes.
This is the 1-3.
Interception. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Colts at
I
Ravens.
think I got Ravens.
Wait, they threw a pick? Are you kidding? Colts at Rams, I thought.
Huh?
Colts at Rams.
Oh, Colts Rams. I'm going Rams. I think they bounce back as well. Kind of take away this little Cinderella run that Deion Jones is on right now. Even though he's been playing good.
Yeah, I agree. And then Jaguars at Niners. That's an interesting game.
That is a great game. I'm gonna go Jags. They lost last game, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh no, they won. Texans beat the
Oh
Texans.
yeah, they beat the Texans. Yeah, that D line is really good. I think you were saying that, Michael. But Trayvon
That front
Walker,
seven is crazy.
Yeah, the front seven is really good. 49ers is. I mean, Mac Jones he's been managing the game pretty well, keeping them in it. But I'm gonna go Jags. I think they just got a little more offensively.
Yeah, I think that I just don't trust the Jags offense. I had to go to the Niners. I think that they could be good, but they just haven't shown anything.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's Trevor Lawrence, bro.
I think it's Trevor Lawrence too.
Well,
I think we gotta really start talking about
Baker,
Trevor Lawrence. Seriously.
I watched what Liam Cohen did with Baker, bro. And he drew up plays for him to have success and everything.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is
I don't know, man.
more talent to me, better arm than Baker. Should be making way better plays than what he is. I don't get it. He is teetering bust territory if he doesn't fix.
Oh no, he in there. He in there for me.
He's a bust.
Yeah,
As of right now, he's 100% a bust.
Okay.
And then
Monday games.
Yeah. Jets at Dolphins. Give me the Jets, bro. Give me the Jets.
Yeah, give me the Jets.
Yeah, give me the Jets. Hopefully Tyree is out of there, man. Get him out. Get him out there.
And then Hefe.
Jets. Oh, it's definitely Jets.
And then last game, Bengals at Broncos.
Jesus.
Somehow the Bengals are 2-1. That's crazy.
Top of the division.
Broncos are belt. Broncos belt.
No, it's
not. They're gonna belt.
Yeah. Okay, I'm banking on another inconsistent bad game from Bo Nix. If he makes mistakes, that'll help our defense. I'm going Bengals 24-21.
I'm sure. I swear, Bo could throw
Hey,
3
yo,
interceptions.
I have
With
to
that
have
offense
hope.
right now, good luck, bro.
I have to have hope. Okay, I have to.
Gotta have a
You don't. You just gotta chalk it up. You
No,
guys,
I need them to win.
Kenya, you don't want them. Okay, we'll talk about this after the show. I don't want to derail it.
Okay.
Have faith. Have faith.
Oh, it's Broncos by train smoke, bro. It's over.
I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, but yeah, I'm going
Yeah, it's
Broncos.
not.
Oh, it'll be belt.
Yeah,
It's not.
Oh.
It's Bo. We're talking about bonus.
I think like what we saying about like 21 plus or like I think it's gonna be like 14, maybe 14 points.
Bro, in my opinion, this Broncos defense hasn't clicked yet. I think this is gonna be the game they start clicking.
I can see that though. That's true.
Yeah, with the mishaps from the Bengals, with the backup quarterback play, I think
It wasn't even all his fault in that Vikings game, if we're being honest. Everybody,
Yeah, it was the whole team.
It was.
I seen
the.
Did y'all see that thing I sent with Zach Taylor when he was like,
Yeah.
They weren't like Cam
gone.
Britt.
I would fire him.
How you feel about that, Ken, with the whole Cam Britt thing when Zach Taylor said about Cam Britt?
I mean, I can say the same thing about Zach's play calling. I can literally say the same thing about that. Like you what did he say? He sees better than he hears. Like yeah, we can all see better than we hear coming from you and your inconsistent bad play calling. Like come on now. But yeah, I understand. I understand what he's saying, but he hasn't been getting cooked in the way that he was last year. To be honest with you, the whole secondary hasn't really been getting dragged like they were last year. So if he's in a one-on-one situation, I would be worried because he has not been good in like 2 years. But there's more issues than Cam Taylor Britt.
What? This reminds me.
What?
Cam Taylor Britt versus Cortland Sutton reminds me of the massacre Cortland Sutton put on Cam Britt last time they played.
Yeah,
I remember that game.
I remember T. Higgins putting 130 yards on Riley Moss. So good luck.
Oh, true. Yeah, that was 2 disgusting performances by both of those corners. That was bad. That was real bad. But yeah. With that being said, that does it for this last episode of the Open Field Podcast. We appreciate everyone coming out. Obviously, the regulars, the new ones. We'll see y'all on the next base.
Bye.